The dusty town of Red Rock lay silent under the burning desert sun. Wooden gallows stood in the center of the square, the rope swaying gently in the breeze as townsfolk whispered about the woman set to die at dawn. Her name was Evelyn Hart, a blonde schoolteacher accused of helping an outlaw escape. Some said she was guilty, others said she was framed. None dared to defend her. The sheriff, stern and unforgiving, locked her away in the jailhouse, counting the hours until morning. Evelyn sat in the cell, her face pale but her spirit unbroken. Night fell and the jailhouse lantern flickered. Evelyn sat on the wooden bench, chains heavy on her wrists, listening to the laughter of cowhands outside. She knew at sunrise she'd walk to the gallows and no one would stop it. Still her eyes were steady, her jaw firm. "If I must hang, I'll hang with my dignity," she whispered. But her heart trembled. Suddenly the ground seemed to rumble. Hooves thundered from beyond the ridge, echoing through the dark. The guards exchanged nervous glances. They knew the sound too well. It was the ride of the feared gunslinger, Colt McGraw. Colt McGraw was no ordinary outlaw. His name carried weight across the frontier, whispered in fear and awe. A man said to have killed 20 in duels, yet never without cause. Some saw him as a killer, others as a legend of justice in a land where the law bent to the strong. That night his black horse galloped into Red Rock, dust swirling around him. He dismounted before the jail, his revolvers gleaming under the lantern light. With a single kick he burst the doors open, startling the sheriff and his deputies who scrambled to their guns. "Hold it right there, McGraw," the sheriff barked, raising his shotgun, but Colt's icy blue eyes cut sharper than steel. "You've got something of mine," he drawled, his voice low and steady. The sheriff sneered. "That woman? She's no good. She'll swing at dawn." Colt stepped forward, revolver loose in his hand. "She won't swing. She's my bride." The room went silent. Evelyn from her cell gasped softly. She had never seen Colt before, yet here he was, claiming her as his own. The sheriff spat. "You're bluffing, outlaw." Colt's smile was grim. "Try me." Guns roared a heartbeat later. The jailhouse exploded with chaos. Bullets shattered lantern glass, sparks flying. Deputies dove for cover, but Colt moved like a shadow, his revolvers spitting fire with deadly precision. When the smoke cleared, only silence remained. The sheriff lay wounded, his shotgun kicked aside. Colt turned, holstering one revolver, and strode to Evelyn's cell. She backed away, heart pounding. "Why?" she whispered. He met her gaze through the bars. "Because I don't let the innocent hang." His words carried both promise and command. With one swift shot, he shattered the lock. The cell door creaked open, freedom rushing in. Evelyn stepped out, trembling. "I don't know you," she stammered. Colt's eyes softened just slightly. "You don't need to. From this moment, you're mine, and no rope will ever touch your neck." She wanted to protest, but his hand was already guiding her outside into the night. Townsfolk peered from behind doors and windows as the gunslinger led her to his horse. "She's the outlaw's bride now," they whispered in awe and fear. Evelyn's heart raced as Colt swung her onto the saddle before him. With a sharp whistle, the black horse thundered into the desert, carrying them away. The desert night was cold, the stars sharp against the black sky. Evelyn clung to Colt as the horse raced across open plains. She could feel the strength in his arms, the steady heartbeat against her back. "Why did you really save me?" she asked over the wind. Colt's jaw tightened. "Because you were framed. I've been tracking the men who set you up, the same bastards who think they own this territory." She blinked in shock. "You know who did this?" He nodded. "And I aim to make them pay. But first, I had to save you." They camped beneath a rocky outcrop, fire crackling against the chill. Evelyn sat wrapped in his coat, watching Colt clean his guns with practiced care. She studied him in the flickering light, tall, broad-shouldered, scars across his hands. Dangerous, yes, but also unshakably calm. "Why call me your bride?" she asked softly. Colt looked up, his eyes like ice reflecting fire. "Because no one questions what a man protects as his own. They'd hunt you down again if I left you unclaimed." Her cheeks burned, torn between indignation and gratitude. "And what if I don't agree?" He smirked. "Then disagree alive." Days turned into a relentless ride across the frontier. They stopped in ghost towns, drank from desert streams, and hid in mountain passes while Colt scouted ahead. Evelyn grew stronger each day, no longer the broken prisoner of Red Rock. She learned to ride with him, to keep her eyes sharp and ears open. Yet her heart wrestled with confusion. Was he her captor or savior? His words were rough, but his actions spoke louder. He never touched her without need. Never let her go hungry, never let harm near her. Slowly, fear gave way to something deeper. Their bond was tested when outlaws ambushed them near the Pecos. Gunfire erupted from the cliffs, bullets sparking against rock. Colt pushed Evelyn behind cover, returning fire with deadly accuracy. "Stay down," he barked. But Evelyn, her spirit reignited, grabbed a fallen rifle. Her hands shook, but she fired at the men above. One outlaw fell, tumbling down the slope. Colt glanced at her, surprised but proud. "Good," he growled. Together, they drove the raiders off. Afterward, Evelyn's chest heaved, her hands trembling. Colt touched her shoulder gently. "You've got grit, schoolteacher." For the first time, she smiled. "Thanks to you." That night by the fire, Evelyn's voice broke the silence. "Do you always live this way, running, fighting?" Colt's gaze lingered on the flames. "It's all I've ever known. Guns don't give peace, only survival." She studied him quietly. Beneath the feared gunslinger's armor, she saw a lonely man, burdened by battles. "And yet you saved me," she whispered. His eyes softened. "Maybe you saved me too." The air between them thickened, unspoken truths hanging heavy. Evelyn's heart pounded, not from fear, but from something she didn't at dawn. Rope swung, gallows waited. Townsfolk whispered, sheriff sneered. Hope faded until Colt rode. Chains rattled, eyes burned, sky blackened, hooves thundered. Lantern cracked, bullets roared. Gunslinger claimed her bride. Dust rose. Gallows creaked, crowd murmured. Sheriff smirked. Colt entered, doors shattered, law trembled. Bride saved. Desert cold, stars burning, outlaw fierce. Schoolteacher trembling, campfire glowing. Coats shared, silence spoke, hearts closer. Bullets rained, cliffs echoed, rifle cracked. Raiders fell, courage bloomed. Evelyn fired, Colt proud. Fear vanished, moon high, flames flickered. Scars visible, silence heavy. Truth whispered, hearts opened, love grew. Destiny sealed, canyon deep. Cattle barons smirked, lies spread, Colt challenged. Guns drawn, justice swift, Evelyn freed forever. Horse galloped. Desert stretched, wind howled, fear shrank. Hope bloomed, Colt steady, Evelyn alive, love undeniable. Gallows empty, rope swinging, sheriff broken. Townsfolk gasping. Outlaw gone, bride saved, legend born, hearts stronger. Fire crackled. Eyes locked, words unspoken, warmth spread, wounds healed. Fears silenced, strength found, future waiting. Thunder rolled, Colt unshaken, Evelyn braver. Enemies fallen, town changed, love lasting, west wild. Story eternal. Blood spilled. Guns blazing, night echoing, dawn breaking. Scars remembered. Chains broken, courage tested, justice delivered. Sheriff fell. Deputies scattered, law crumbled, Colt rose. Evelyn chosen. Bride saved. Destiny changed. Love written. Stars bright, sky endless, hearts bound. Souls healing. Hands touching. Whispers soft, hope real, west alive. Bride saved. Outlaw feared, gun silent, chains gone. Dawn bright, future calling, heart steady, love eternal.